Mic check 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy All Star Izzy. What's happening? How y'all feeling? You in the building? Say what's up. Hit the likes. You already know what it is. Shout out to our gentlemen that's pulling up and pulling in. We're gonna have a great ass conversation tonight. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you in the building, say hell yeah. If you in the building, drop some stars in the chat. Let's see us shine. You know what I mean? Cause today specifically, right? We're gonna be exposing why modern dating is trash. We had a beautiful conversation the other night in regards to this. So we're gonna be breaking this motherfucker down. If you in this thing, say what's up. If you in this thing, hit the like button. If you in this thing, hit the sub button if you're new. You know what I mean? It's also our lifestyle, baby. You feel me? We in this bitch. If you pull it in, make yourselves known to say what's up to the neighbor. You never know who you can meet. Potentially, ladies, you can meet a nice star in this bitch. Yo, to the man, you can meet some ladies that's gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? We finna hit this off right, you feel me? If you can hear my voice, put some stars in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We in this thing. We're gonna break this thing down. I'm gonna expose it. I'm gonna have to do some exposing today. I think it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. We just gotta do what we gotta do, you know what I mean? Let's do this thing though. Mic check 1 2. What's going on with everybody? What's up? I wonder how that went. But what's happening? How's everybody feeling today? It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? It's the star. We in this thing, dude. I like that. What's going on with everybody? Welcome in. Listen, I'm not going to be on here for too long. But one thing that I'm going to do is make sure that I speak on the things that I speak on. You feel me? Hold on. Let me bring this back just a little bit. What up, Gil? How you feeling, bro? We're doing some exposing today. I feel like the God of Thunder the way I come in. You feel me? I feel like I shine every time I talk. Wisdom speaks. My words are swords. My mind is king. You know what I mean? Ghost, what's up, bro? If you in the building, say what's up, though. Don't be afraid in this bitch. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Hold on, my apologies. 1 second, y'all. We in the building. Let's start this. Hold on. Turn the music up real quick while I do this. Yeah. You already know. We in the building, dog. We in the building. Woo! Lights, camera, action every time I walk everywhere. Listen. We're gonna be talking about this, dog. And specifically what we're gonna be talking about, I'm going to be exposing modern dating. I'm going to be exposing the truth. All right, and I'm also working on a new intro, so that's working hella crazy. You know what I mean? Celibate for 3 years. You could be an outsider looking in, but that's a smart thing to say. I'll say that for sure. But just in general, last night we went live. We were live late at night, but we had an incredible conversation. Just as far as dating, as far as like what's wrong with the red pill, we were just talking a whole bunch of good shit. We're talking that shit. We're chopping it up, bro. And it really inspired this live that we're gonna be talking about today specifically. I'm gonna be exposing the 5 main reasons why modern dating is trash. Okay. Some things you may have heard. Some things I guarantee you're not gonna hear. You will only hear it here because everything we do is a product of the environment that's up here. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, bro. We living life good. We living life lavish. If you in the building, say what's up. If you in the building, hit the like button. If you're new, you already know what's up. You know what I mean? I don't got too much time here, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the conversation. You feel me? Let's do this thing. So first and foremost, when we talk about why modern dating is trash, first let's talk about what is modern dating. Okay? Modern dating, in a nutshell, from what I observed, what I seen, I never even looked up the actual definition of modern dating. No lies, y'all. I've never looked at. I never look. I went on my Google and I never bit. I don't need to, but modern dating in a nutshell is just gonna be something as far as like women have changed, men have changed, and now it's a new way to date. And most of the new way to date, people would say, is gonna be stuff like the new age technology. It could be these new tactics, strategies, different things, right? That's what most people will put their their head on they're pointing their finger at this time. But to me, to be honest, bro, I think modern dating is just a cover up to say that I don't know how to, or who I am when I'm dating. So this is gonna be a lot of stuff that I've written down. I wrote 5 main reasons down as to why modern dating is trash. Okay? And listen, let me say this before I go ahead and get into it. Do I personally think modern dating is trash? Fuck no. I don't think modern dating is trash at all. I have a great life, right? I have great times, great experiences. So to me, I don't think modern dating is trash whatsoever. And if you disagree and you think modern dating is trash, make yourself known and voice your opinion, right? Don't be disrespectful if you disagree. Otherwise, we will have to take a moment to say something towards it. But anyways, that's what I believe modern dating is, right? Someone could say it's different, but who gives a fuck? Okay? All right, let's start with number one of why modern dating is trash. Okay? Great answer. Great to see you, Danny. Not knowing who they are and what they want. That's a great reason. That's a great reason as to why modern dating is trash. Right? And listen, let me also too, men, I'm usually, and this is always gonna be catered towards men as well. But this is definitely gonna be catered a lot to women. Cause listen, women, you're not off the hook. Okay? It takes two to tango. Alright? So just as you're following his uncoordinated technique to salsa, you're still wanting to dibble and dabble and dance with him. You know what I mean? So that's to you. You can either be with someone who's uncoordinated or someone who has it right and who can spin you around and make you feel great. And also, you can learn how to dance with. Anyways, number one is going to be the ultimate deception. Okay, we're about to. Well, ooh, damn, I forgot. I swing heavy with this one, but ultimate number one is going to be the ultimate deception, which is that men are learning to become a natural, versus being a natural. Okay, so what I'm basically saying is that men are performative more than anything when it comes into dating. All right, and this goes for some ladies too, but the only reason I gotta go more so, gotta be a little cut concrete for the men, is because I always it's we're the beholders of this shit. We're the gatekeepers of choices. We're the gatekeepers of moving forward in our own techniques. We're the ones teaching, and vice versa. A woman ends up teaching somebody else how they think the game is, and it goes so on and so on. Basically, what I'm saying is that if the reason why modern dating is trash to you or to potentially any other person, or women are like, this shit is trash, is because men are learning to become the thing that they see on the movie. They're writing notes as to what they said in the song. Oh, this is what makes her like this. Oh, I seen this celebrity in 2007 talk to this girl like this, and he had this certain demeanor, so I'm gonna write this down, right? See, listen, there's nothing wrong with being a student. The only thing is that's gonna be something about it is if you're not doing anything about it at all, you're just kind of learning it and seeing it. Thank you for the high five. We're high fiving. I appreciate you. Shout out to the high fives. I see you in the building. Thank you for being here. But this is what it really comes down to. It's just that instead of learning who you are, instead of gaining actual experience and getting into the groove of the field, you would rather take notes on what you deem as to be a performance. Like what you basically see is like, I see this guy getting the results with these girls, so I'm gonna act like this and I'm gonna be more like him, right? Or you could even say something like that with a guy that's in your neighborhood and be like, oh shit, I see that he's getting women. I see that he's doing this. And the whole time I'm like, damn, it all's fly. But the whole time he's a liar. He's manipulating. So what this creates is a domino effect of other men teaching other men what lies are, how to manipulate, how to perform, how to be seductive, but in a way of manipulation with that. Because we talked about that last night. But that is one of the main reasons why modern dating is trash and why women don't like to fucking date around. You hear a lot of women just be like, yeah, I'm celibate. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done nothing in a long time. this and that. And let's say she did smash the other week. That don't mean shit, right? But the thing is that modern dating has become it's crazy because it becomes a total of like more performers, singers, people that's on stage versus people being natural. You know what's natural? Great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. How you feeling? I think it's Adia, correct? Welcome in. Welcome in. But it's more so like I gotta perform. I'm here for a result, and I get validated by her expression and the way she feels when I tell her something that I seen as smooth and it works. So then I go back to whoever taught me this, or potentially I taught myself about like to perform and be performative and shit. I go back and I'm like, this is what made her smile. So I'm gonna keep doing this and I'm gonna keep doing that. Glad, yes, thank you for being back. But that's one of the main reasons as to why. Because if you're the game is fucked up when it comes to people trying to perform versus being a natural. A natural is someone who is effortless, expressing themselves effortlessly, talking to women effortlessly. He can have a goal in mind. He can feel like he want to smash whatever the case is. But it all comes from a normal and honest place. There's not a lot of normalcy. I think that's the word for it. But there's not a lot of normal people in this place in general when it comes to dating. There's not a lot normal people. People are acting a certain way, facades. They're lying. Like who has heard of the 3-month rule? That is a real ass rule that they created because it's like 3 months. It's like a honeymoon, and then right after the 3 months, you get to see this person for who they are. And the only reason that happens is because you have more performers versus people who are naturals. What's gonna be naturals is people that's like, let's say this. You can be, for instance, I had an experience. What I think it was about a year and a half to 2 years of a lady that knew that it was just casual sex. But the thing that was sticking around for her wanting to stick around the whole time is because it was natural. I wasn't trying to manipulate her to stay. I didn't join up. I didn't see her. I didn't present myself to be a certain way. She's seen that this is who I am. And nine times out of one, women would rather have the man who is a natural than the man who is a performer, because they would rather be like, okay, I see you. I know that you're being honest with me, and I would rather have honesty versus someone who's willing to lie to me, who wants to protect my feelings, right? So that's what mainly people do. Like when it comes to people that can perform in a certain way, they're trying to sell you a dream and make you think that they give a fuck about how you feel. And there's no disrespect to the ladies, but that's what guys try to do. They're trying to make you feel like I want to protect your feelings and I want you to feel like I care, but I really don't. I just want what's in between your legs. I just want the feeling of, you. I want to get this result. So I seen that this worked for the next man, so it's gonna work for me. And now it becomes a domino effect, and and men themselves will start to realize, why the fuck is dating so trash? Or women will be like, why are men just like everybody else? The reason is because there is more performers than there are naturals. Now, just because you're a natural, right? And this is something that I learned from myself, okay? And yes, I am calling myself a natural, absolutely. But this is something that I learned from myself, is that although I'm a natural, there's still things I need to develop on. There are still things I need to do. I still need to learn myself. I still need to gain more experience, but not a need to just go rush and smash, but because I want to learn more of myself. I want to see what I like. I want to see like the way I like to express. I want to see the way I like to connect. I want to see the way that I like to be in bed. I want to see like the way that I like to approach. But that comes from a place of being natural because it's all from myself. And yes, I've had mentors that were plenty of naturals. And here's the thing: performers hate naturals, right? Because it's already inside of them. But the thing about performers is that they're living backwards because they don't realize it's already inside them. They just think that I need to put a certain mask on, use a certain technique, and I can get it. And here's the thing, though: you could potentially get some. You can get some sex from a lady, okay? By doing those things. But the thing that's what guys would say modern dating is trash is because there's no longevity in it. Naturals have longevity. Performers have like it's like microwavable, okay? It's the same thing that happens in that. What's up? What's good with everybody? What's good, Viva? How you feeling? Yup, facts. Genuine, authentic, brave enough to be themselves. It's real, yeah. 90-day Probationary period makes sense, hence why employers apply. Yeah, exactly, Adia. Exactly. Nah, that's real. A clean soul makes interaction great. Nah, for sure. Naturals are always the letter A. Yeah, it's just, and that's the one of the main reasons why modern dating is fucking trash. Is because you guys want to perform, and too, ladies not off the hook, cause I know some. I've had experiences with some women that have tried to be a thing to get my attention, or they tried to be a thing because they thought that they needed to follow in the trend of certain shit. Like, because women aren't. It's the same thing with women and women in friend groups and all that. They all talking, but some women will be like, maybe if I act this certain way, maybe if I'm a little bit more brash, maybe if I'm a little bit more loud, a little bit more revealing. Now, there's nothing wrong with being revealing though. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is that if it doesn't come from a place that you want it and you're seeing it as a trend, then you're performing as well, just like the next man is performing. Okay, performers can get with performers, but if you get with a natural, I guarantee you that performance is gonna shut the fuck down, and you're gonna be like, damn, I've been living a lie. I want to live my truth. Because the experiences that I have with the women that have been performing to either catch my eye or to be something, they would always talk about, there was either something, influence outside of them, influence from their friend group, from social media. I remember, I was with a girl, right? We were just having a conversation, and it was a good conversation. I was like, let's go outside in the back because we had a little backyard area, and we were chilling there for a second. There was only one seat, so she sat on my lap. So we were just having a good convo, and I was like, we can just do this. We don't need to go to anything else because I think our friends was gonna go to a party or something like that. I was like, I'd rather spend some time with you right now. I think this is better. I'd rather not go to a party. I'm really chilling right now. She was like, oh yeah, I could do that too. And she was like, you're not like all the other guys. And I was like, how do you mean? And she was like, well, because it seems like, all guys want is just like to party and fuck hoes and all this, that. And I was like, well, I do like to party and I like to have my fun. However, but what I want is what I want for myself. And, I stick to what I want. I don't need to follow the crowd because we're all doing this under peer pressure. That's what, peer pressure is a big thing in dating. But it also requires the person who is being pressured to see what they're going to do with the peer pressure. And this is why there's a lot more performance than anything. So I've had women that told me many times to be like, well, I've seen you. You've been different. It's a whole different bag when I talk to you. Or you're not like any other man. Like, I could tell you're still like this, but it's like, you think for yourself, which in essence, she's like, oh shit, damn, you think for yourself? So it's like a beautiful enigma, really, that comes with it. Because although I like to have my fun, I think for myself. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Adia says, I went on a date recently with a man that wanted to take me to a hotel right after. I said no, but still wanted a second date because I liked him. He asked me if our second date could be a hotel. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, let me ask you actually, Adia, did you want to have sex with him? Right, and we're grown, so we can all talk about this, okay? Nobody be weird about it. We're grown people. Um, but yeah, did you want to? Like, was that in your mind at all? Did you feel any of that chemistry? That's how I feels. How are you? I'm incredible. Thank you for asking. I said no, then asked if he. I said no, then he asked if my house was an option. I'm charging him to the game. You got women out here charging men to the. Hold on, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence, 5 seconds. Wow. Yo, when I see women say shit like that, bro, I just be like, listen, somebody taught her something. I'm telling you, or she learned something, she heard something. It get dangerous in certain territories, dog. I finally uploaded a picture for you to judge. Rate me like one of your French girls. Yo, pause, Ferguson. Oh, you did the thing, Ferguson. You funny. You put the sombrero on. What's up, man? How you feeling, bro? The biggest turn on for me is not wanting to take me outside for a greater experience and create memories. He said, yeah, I found him extremely attractive, but for the first date, listen. What's up, bro? How you feeling? Diaj, I see you. But the thing is, like, I'm asking because we gotta So I get it. The first day, you know what's crazy? I actually have that in my list about what makes modern dating trash. Let me just get down to my list, but stick to it. Woo-hoo! What's up, bro? You taking shots already? Damn. Hey, y'all put some stars in the chat and welcome in Bryce. He's the newest member of the All Star membership, man. Shout out, hey Bryce. When you get an opportunity, drop them emojis, bro. Drop them emojis. I can't believe I just saw that. That was a highlight of my day. Charging them to the game. Ooh wee. But again, like I was saying, um, yo, pause. I don't even know what that means, but just pause. Anyways, but that's number one. Again, remember, it's because the ultimate deception is people are becoming more performers in dating versus being a natural. And not even saying a natural. I want to say like just having natural conversation, like just having just being honest with like with what you want, being honest that you want to be there. Like there is like what is sexy is showing that you want somebody. Like that is some sexy shit. And most men don't see that, right? Most men and women don't see that. It's no thing wrong with showing that you want to desires, that you want to be with somebody. But now I'm not talking about you need to be my girlfriend. You need to be like this. No, it's just you can compliment them. You can be like, I enjoy your company if you don't want to compliment their looks. Or you can just say something small as far as a detail. Or you can just enjoy them. Or just you can be like, okay, I wanna see you on the next day. She'd be like, the next day. I'm like, yeah, this is our first date. Right? I'll see you on the next day. You know what I'm saying? What's good, boxing? Nothing. People need to be honest with themselves. Yes, exactly, Bryce. Exactly. See, Bryce is my twin, right? That's my brother for real. So he really gets it. I don't think there's besides the things that I'm saying, I am speaking on some things that are wrong, but ultimately there's nothing because everything is playing in its natural order. Like I said, y'all, it's gonna be performers with performers and naturals with naturals. But the thing is too, it can mix into a hybrid. Performers are gonna want to be with naturals, okay? And naturals may see a performer, but here's the thing: if a natural if a natural and a performer are fucking with each other, it's always gonna have to be on one scale. Like one is gonna have to choose the other. The performer is either gonna learn to be a natural, or the natural will end up taking a performance. But if you're natural, I'll guarantee you're always gonna choose your side, right? Because that's authentic. Natural is authenticity. I see you with that. Bet that. All right. Yeah, you already know, Gil. Come on now. Come on, we certified. Hey, shout out to everybody. We in the building. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe. We already know. On to the top. Now, number two, because again for number one it's peer pressure. Okay, it's a lot of peer pressure that a lot of people feel when it comes to dating, but a lot of that just comes from the validation of other people's eyes and conversation. Who gives a fuck about what people are saying? Like, let me see what I'm saying with you. Let me see what you saying with me. I don't. Listen, you could if a woman feels peer pressure or if she's a bit performative, you can tame that shit, right? But that don't mean you gotta save her. But you can just tell her you don't have to be like this with me. Like, like for instance, okay, like a woman would say something and you would notice she's trying hard not to laugh at something because she doesn't want to seem like she's goofy and shit, like, or she don't want to seem like she don't want to laugh out loud or show her real laugh or whatever the case is, and it could potentially be some shyness, but I've just known off of experience too, like they would try to stop it and I'm like, why'd you stop laughing? I was like, was that not funny? I was like, I was like, I saw that. You know what I mean? You like try to play it off. You know, you're not as smooth as you think you are. Like some fun shit, bro. It's like breaking the ice. All right, number two of 5 reasons why modern dating is trash. And yes, I'm exposing it. I'm exposing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you get them hooked on your product so they keep coming back for more. Supply and demand. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, of why modern dating is trash is going to be psychological manipulation. Psychological manipulation, y'all. Okay, let's really talk about this shit, man. Cause listen, the term modern is to say new age, right? It's basically like, okay, dating this isn't dating no more. This is what it is. You know, there's creators in dating that instilled this knowledge or this way of thinking. You got to think about that. Like, this didn't just happen. People weren't just like, okay, let's be psychologically manipulation and blah, blah, blah. No, somebody created a strategy for this to occur. Like this, like people instilled this for other people to follow. Psychological manipulation is number two of why modern dating is trash, right? And when I say psychological manipulation, it's because these guys are talking. These guys were saying like, um, the way that the way that she responded, the chemical imbalance in her, and her DNA wants her to be with this and this guy. Her DNA is basically saying she needs to be with a guy who makes over six figures. Her DNA is basically just gonna always be inclined to do this because out of survival mode. Now there's such thing as survival though. Hold on, but that's another conversation. But anyways, but just the way that she's imbalancing her atoms and protons and Q-tips in her body is just gonna always be accessible for the guy that she always sees as best, which is very true though. But the thing is that the psychological manipulation is that men are trying to manipulate themselves even to think that they're the guy when they're really not that guy. So hold on. Because it's not just about manipulating women to fuck with them, just on a psychological level to be this certain type of dude, play certain type of chess pieces and boards off of a false foundation. Men and women are using psychological manipulation to their own self in order to think that they're that girl or they're that guy. When it comes to men will be like, I'm that motherfucker. Psychological manipulation, right? I'm hyping myself up. But when you're talking to a girl or you got women around you, who are you when you're like that? Nobody. So then your mind starts to feel some type of way. You start to feel some type of way towards you because you're like, wait, I'm not the guy that I thought I was. What the fuck is going on? Ain't no way. But that's the whole point. Psychological manipulation. Same thing with women. A lot of women, they feel like they got a lot of options. Options don't mean guys who orbit around you who are simps and willing to spend money and take you out. Those are not options. Options are people who want you and you want them back. And it could be 5+. That's options. But that's real. I was just talking to this dude and he said he was asking women, what do you rate yourself? Come on, bro. What are we doing? What's your dress size? He got to be a YouTuber. What in God's name? What's your dress size? Why aren't you married? Now, why would you ask a woman you are attracted to? Hold on. Moment of silence, everybody. Let's do another moment of silence. 5 seconds. All right, let's get back in there. Listen, bro, you know what? Instead of laughing and making fun of these people, I'm gonna just take a moment of silence. I think that'd be much better, bro. I think that'd be a better move because listen, gentlemen, I know you guys are not, but the ones who are gonna listen to this back and will find this treasure, right? Don't ask no woman what would you rate yourself. Don't even ask her what do you rate me, right? Unless you're doing it for YouTube or some content, I don't mind. Okay. Don't ask for her dress size. What are you gonna buy her? Then she's gonna be like, you gonna buy me one? What the? Oh, you gotta piss me off, bro. Y'all piss me off. Why aren't you married? You know, that's one of my pet peeves when men say to women, oh, you're too attractive. Wait, hold on. How are you not married? What do you mean? Oh my gosh, bro. The game is messed up. It's turning into interviews. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, bro. You're banned off majority dating us. Why? I'm thinking about just staying in the house for a while. Why, Adia? That's insane, bro. Why you bullying? Wait. Why are you bullying, Ferguson? Okay, hold on. Pause real quick. Ferguson says, well, I don't think I did bully. I think women just lie when they realize you talk to a bunch of other women. What you mean, bro? For cussing guys out who disrespect you. Oh, shit, Diage. That's real. I think I once put as your profile. How you put that on accident, bro? Hey, bro. Listen, stay for the long haul, bro. There's a lot to learn. All right. And I agree, Bryce. Yeah, keep going up. But anyways, number 2 is psychological manipulation. All right, you using it on a woman, right? You trying to figure out What is her what tweaks her. You're trying to figure out her highs and lows. Highs mean how I can make her feel on top of the world with me. Lows mean like I'm gonna make her to the bottom of the barrel and she's gonna feel desperate without my presence, without my conversation, right? That's psychological manipulation. But what it's ultimately doing is saying that I'm making these moves, these power moves, right, to her, because in my mind, I see her as the most beautiful thing. It is poetry in a sense, right? Never do it though, because women can feel that way off of genuine interest. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But just in general, if you are trying to use tactics to get to a woman, get some sex, you're saying sex rules your life. Sex rules your world. Women rule your life. You have no power. You are a lifeless shell until you realize that I am a man that has been giving my power away. You see, that's what I think semen retention is. It's not actually busting a nut. Semen retention ain't busting a nut. Semen retention should really be about not disrespecting yourself to get some sex. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Sohab, this is alive, sir. Semen, because I don't like that whole semen retention shit. Oh, she gonna feel my energy and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about all that. I could have busted it. Listen, bro, I've had sex, went straight to a party, bad bitches was flocking everywhere, bro. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. Hey, shout out to my brother with the 20. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Put some stars in the chat. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, love. I love you, bro. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. But just in general, that's what I think semen, and people talk about energy. People talk about, this energy and this and that and this and that. It can be energy, but it's an energetic thing basically to be like, I'm not gonna give away my power because you look sexy. Like I'm not gonna give away my focus away because you look sexy. Like that is where the real power lies in. It's not busting a nut, bro. But even if you talking about busting a nut, right? Like it's the science it's science, but it's like the thinking behind it. Like, what am I busting up for? Oh, because women have control over me. That's what it comes down to semen retention. You know you can still do that and women don't have control over you? What we talking about? Hey, y'all spam some stars in the chat. Hold on. Shout out to Danny. Thank you for the stars, bro. Y'all spam some stars in the chat. We just got a beautiful dono. I want to say thank you. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it very much. It's incredible. Value for values. Thank you. Isaac, where do you find their parties at? Who's there? But parties in general, bro. I know a lot of people. I'm very well connected. But also if I don't know what's going on, it's really easy. I can just look on Instagram. But if I didn't know what's going on, I could just go out, have conversations with people on a weekend, and they will end up knowing the parties at. Get cool with them. They show me to a party. Like just simple as that, to be honest. But what I would just say look online. Look at if you want to look in your town, look at what's local going around, make some connects, shake some hands with some people. Get to know who the security guards, get to know the owner of the clubs, get to know the owner of the bars. You see that we can have a class on that in the future. But I'm a very well connected individual because I shake hands with many people, but not just the bartenders or the servers and waitresses. I'm having conversation with the owners. I'm making great connects. I have great relationships that connect to other things, right? That could potentially let you to meet other people. I think it's just thinking with a clear mindset. Yep. Pardon. Adia says I was raised in a two-parent household, but I'm a daddy's girl, so I happen to love myself. So I'm not afraid to be alone. With that being said, I have healing energy and I'm not competitive. That's nice to know. Semen retention is insane. There's guys out here watching a man telling them what to do with their dick. Yeah, it's wild. I'm quick to recognize red flags and move accordingly. That's good. You'll have magic glow. Yeah, my aura. Like, bro, I've had sex, right? And then I went, and I could have been like, oh my God, these girls wanted me. I'm like, damn, do women smell the pheromones on you? I don't. Regardless, it's just that Man, oh jeez. Getting male attention is easy. I believe it, Audia. I believe it. Males are easy. Males are easy. I'll say that for sure. Psychological manipulation can be considered game in a purposeful intent to engage her in a certain way, which can lead her into being into you. Yeah, but exactly. It's not considered. Then that's not game, Amanda. That is not game, bro. That is not game. It's because if it has to be considered, that doesn't mean that it is. It just is or it isn't. Consider as being like, oh, it can possibly technically be it. Nah, there's no technicalities when it comes to right and wrong. There's no technicalities when it comes to black and white. That will never exist. But if it's a purposeful apologies intent to engage her in a certain way that can lead her to getting into you, that is just pure manipulation. That is not game. Game is natural, like game is developed and it evolves. Game evolves with the mouthpiece. It evolves what you want to say, how you want to talk, your charm, your smooth assertiveness to be exact. The tango, dancing with women. What is your technique? What is your 1-2 step? What is it? Right? But if we have to manipulate the situation, we're basically saying in our minds, we're not that guy. I need something in order to get something. When truthfully, I don't need anything but me. Come on. These parties, come on now. I'm funny. You funny as hell. All right. Number 3. Okay. Number 3 of 5 reasons why modern dating is trash is lack of accountability. All right. Lack of accountability. And why that is because if you lack accountability, you are continuously reinforcing all the bad behaviors you were taught, all the bad behaviors you want in your life, and you're reinforcing people who come into you and disrespect you in your life. Lack of accountability, lack of accountability from men and women. All right, because it is. Listen, it's always. I'm always going to say it's the man just based off of leadership and based off of guidance. Shout out to Coach Yo. It begins and ends with a man. That's a beautiful saying. Beautiful saying. Fine wine when it comes to that, bro. That was nice. But just in general, lack of accountability, okay? Because it's something that I talked about earlier for the first one. If women act the way that they do, then who made them act the way that they did? You see, this part is gonna make me sound like a feminist. This part is gonna make me sound like a feminist. I'm not a feminist, but if you think I am, that sucks. Anyways, you gotta really get with it, bro. This is just it. But anyways, so here's the thing. I know women are capable of thinking for themselves. They are their own individual. They need to have their own spine. They need to be able to speak up when what they want to. They got to be able to reinforce that in their life as well. But the only reason that when I hear women talk about things like, oh, the game is like this, or you got to act like this, you got to be like this, you got to do like this. Where did you learn that from? Right? Like, who taught you to talk this way? Who taught you to think that you need to repress the way you feel in order to get what you want? You will only get an insecure, clingy, and needy motherfucker. A real man, a real star is not gonna waste his time. I am not wasting my time with you. I am not gonna sit here and listen and wait around and BSing around just for you to show that you like or reciprocate some energy. What I say last time, one of the biggest turnoffs, immediate turnoffs that push men away is a lack of desire. I'm going limp as a motherfucker. I'm telling you, I don't even like that. I don't want it. You gotta show me the way I show you. And it don't even have to be up top, but it just got you, man, girl, come on. I open that door, you walking in, or you staying right there because you want to inch away and play some games. Come on, girl. We ain't got no time for that. Anyways, a lack of accountability keeps you in the same dating pool, right? But if you're in the same dating pool, you're getting the same results. You're getting facts though. I do, Bryce. I do take calls. I need to do it. I need to keep it up. Thank you for reminding me. You reinforced an idea that I had. I already said that I'm gonna do like call-in shows probably almost every live now to when I talk about stuff like this. I don't know about overnight because these motherfuckers is crazy. But yeah, nah, you're right. But just in general, damn, I lost my train of thought looking at that. But yes, okay, excuse me. I'm sorry. Lack of accountability reinforces you with the same people, the same women, right? You're like, oh my god, I'm getting the same people. But for why though? Okay, let's say you do get somebody that you are attracted to. You get somebody that you're attracted to. Boom, you got that. But then you fumble the bag. Why'd you fumble the bag? Because you're not reinforcing something, right? But what do you because reinforcing bad behavior, you're the best, great to see you. Reinforcing bad behavior could have been like, I'm reinforcing my own bad behavior because I did too much with the person that I wanted to be with. You're not, and you're like, maybe she just didn't want me. I was too good for her. Motherfucker, look at yourself real quick. Hold on. Take a moment. Hey, let me put a mirror in front of you, right? Hold. Ooh, no, not right now. Let me put the mirror in front of you and let me show you. Let me show you who you are and look at the accountability. The accountability will assist you going further. It will help you out. It will get you right. Why? Because when you can see your accountability, you can see the mistakes, you can see your bullshit, you can see your nervousness, you can see your scarcity, you can see your anxiety, you can see your fears. When you see that, you can say, I can see me and I'm willing to move forward and I can have a conversation. I'm okay, I see me. And now you start to get better dating results. You reflecting and taking accountability on yourself actually takes you to better results, and you help to reinforce more positivity in dating. You actually even help more women. More you can help women feel. This is hold on. This is gonna be my ad. Hold on, let me get the chain in real quick. Do you want to? Oh wait, hold on, I got you. It's gonna be my ad. Men, are you tired of having no results? Do you want to have better results and success with women and get a one night stand? But let me tell you how you can do it. What you got to do is make sure that you get some accountability. You want to make women feel happy. You want to experience them orgasm. You want to hear so many yeses for women. I have the best solution for you. The thing that you have to do is make sure that you take accountability. Because once you do, you reinforce the behavior. You let women experience yourself. More orgasms they're touched. They're going to be desperately wanting for your presence and your words. Thinking, why can't I always have a man like this? Let her go. And when you let her go, she's going to go back into the world full of average fishes and think to herself, who was he? He touched my soul. I felt great with him. I don't want this no more. So she comes back. She texts you 3 months later. I need you. I'm sorry. It's terrible out here. And if, gentlemen, you want those results, you want women to feel desperate over you, you want them to crave your essence, you must take accountability for who you are to get women to orgasm. Thank you. Boom. You approved this message? Thank you, Audio. I appreciate that. I got my first sponsor. Astrology Mackin. I can't even look at those. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not looking at that shit. Not saying it's calculated. It's just that there is intent where it's going with the girl. You're talking to most guys. Don't tell the girl they're trying to smash. They just let it happen smoothly. That's game. Well, the thing is that if you do want to smash, if you want to smash, it's nothing wrong with being upfront about it, but it's definitely a way of going about it, because actually that goes into my next one. But anyways, I know what you're saying, but nah, having to manipulate in it, of course, want to plan, but that's the thing. Like, just because I'm sexually attracted to a woman, don't mean I'm gonna fuck. Like, she's gonna get some dick already from me. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna get this golden star Walk of Fame dick. She's not finna get this red carpet shit just cause of it. I gotta see you first. I gotta talk to you. You know this shit's you're gonna get famous off of this shit. I'm telling you, you're gonna get famous. You're gonna be mad successful. You're gonna feel like I can become a model now. Like I can live out my wildest dreams. What I just got was insane. You know what I'm saying? Accountability is a mirror that the internal victim won't look at. Nah, for sure. For sure though. So he's in the wrong for being nervous, anxious. That's human trait, but a woman can feel however she wants. What are you talking about? What did I say something about that? I mean, if you feel nervous and anxious, listen. It's an analogy that I said last night. If you're the swimmer, let's say you're in front of the pool, 3 feet, and you got to swim all the way to 10 feet and then get out the pool. Okay, the water represents emotions, so it's gonna represent your feelings. It's gonna represent your hurt. It's gonna represent your anxiety, your anxiousness. If you are feeling that, you have to literally move through it. You gotta swim through it in order to get to the other side. Yeah. Hey, yo, pause, Viva. Yo, pause. What you doing? Don't rush. All right, so hold on. This is my fourth one. This is one of my favorites because I love this topic. You already know. Number 4 is gonna be of why modern dating is trash. Number 4 is gonna be not having sex on the first or second date. The truth shall set you free. Go ahead. About God not having game, like getting nervous while talking to a girl. If I mentioned that, I mean, no. I'm talking about manipulation, bro. Number 4 of why modern dating is trash is because sex is not happening on the first or second night. All right. Oh boy, definitely would have smashed if he had been patient. That's a good way to say it. All right, let me go into detail. Why not having sex the first or second date is making modern dating trash? Because I think a lot of people are suppressing themselves. I think people actually do want to fuck, and they're afraid to express and be open-minded for what they actually want. And doing that reinforces a type of normalcy, a structure in dating. You know, because dating is like, let's just see how compatible we are at first, and then we can move forward. Now, hold on. Although I'm saying to have sex on the first or second date, I do want to say this, though. Definitely do not rush sex. Don't rush sex. Sex is not even the act of sex isn't not meant to be rushed. Unless we having a quickie, we gotta go. Or like right before the movies, let me hit that shit from the back. You know what I'm saying? Open up that car door, bend her over. Okay. Hello. Mine went places. But what I'm saying is that don't rush the sex. Poetic, great to see you. Johnny. Oh yeah, everybody, tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Me and Johnny, we're having a conversation about everything, but it's for the culture. All right, we're gonna have a culture ass conversation. We're gonna break the algorithm with this one. Still doing it today, but that's why I say number 4, because I believe, like, if you know you don't want to fuck this person, I think you're just wasting each other's time. You can get something out of the situation, right? But you know, I just believe that it's okay to have sex on the first or second date. You ain't never get head in the movies. You ain't living. Innovative, you funny. That should be a thrill, huh? But anyways, like I said though, just don't rush the sex though. Like, when I go on a date, I'm not going on a date to like secure if I want to have secure sex. Check me out though. I'm going on a date to see if we're compatible, and that turns me on if it is. And then I'm like, I want to fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there to be like, I'm gonna hold on. Let me put this down. I'm gonna be like this. All right, okay. I'm gonna say the right things. This is the mirror, right? I'm gonna say the right things today. I'm looking at myself and shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna say the right things today. Okay, I'm gonna say the right things. I'm gonna do this. She's gonna move over here, and I'm gonna be like this. Okay, I'm gonna be like that. All right, you got it, man. You're the guy. You know, popping the collar and shit. You're the guy. No worries. You're gonna got it. You got it. Okay, come on. Performative though. But having sex on the first or second date, there's nothing wrong with it. If you genuinely want to have sex on the first or second date, there's nothing wrong with that. You can care and want sex too, though the reason that works because it's possible. Knife Man. What's up, Knife Man? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody in the building. My name is All Star Izzy. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Let's have this conversation. But anyways, you don't have to rush the sex. Okay? It's okay to do it on the first or second night. It just, you know what, it just reinforces that you're able to desire the other person. But again, that doesn't mean rush the sex. That doesn't mean rush the feeling of what you have. That doesn't mean any of that, right? It just means that you have to do and you're being honest with one another. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Supreme, man. How you feeling? Do you think once a guy figured how women are truly, not red pill stuff, he naturally develops game because women behavior is not displayed like men's in a lot of areas. It's not intimate as men's. Well, the game isn't about women though, bro. Like, but because game is about yourself. See, even understanding and picking up awareness on other things is part of game though, because like it's all coming from you. That's what it's about. But like seeing how women are, yes, you got to learn these things. Like as you get older, you develop, you start to learn. You say, okay, but it's more so about like, okay, I see how women are now because they are the way that they are. Let me see how I'm going to respond to it now. See, this is where the power lies. So this is game right here. Women can be what they want. Like I don't fuck it. You a goddess, you a bad bitch in the streets, you a cosplay freak, you know, whatever the hell you are. I don't care. But women are gonna be women. It is about what I'm doing when I am with the women who are just gonna be women. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about like I don't care to develop to them. I care to see that, oh, I see you for you, but let me see how I want to be with you on my terms. That is game. Now's not a good time for me to date. It was nice. Oh. The art of communication is a universal skill. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But anyways, all right. Number 5, okay? The last one. And then I'm going to have to go and get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5 is going to be what's fucking up modern dating. It's going to be boyfriend and girlfriend vibes. Talking too much on the phone. Texting too much. Listen, you don't even, like, it takes steps for people to earn that shit. I don't want you even sleeping over. Six months to a year. B3, I see you in the building. I don't even want you sleeping over until like I genuinely, it gotta get to a certain point. I'm not finna have these boyfriend and girlfriend vibes with you. That fucks up the game. That fucks up dating. That fucks up the confusion. It creates confusion and it creates chaos. It creates chaos. Why? Because you're being confusing on the tension. You said, girl, you know I just want to fuck you. And yeah, we're gonna have this casual sex. She come over, she fuck. Y'all lay down, watching Black Mirror, cuddle next to each other, kissing her forehead, waking up to morning breath. What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Oh, poetic. Thank you for reaching out to Gil. By the way, I know a lot. I know a lot more poets. So if you have, I know that I think I may have seen it in passing. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think you've been having things that have to do with poetry slams or events. But if you do, please feel free to reach out to me, and I can also assist you with finding other poets for sure. So the girl could be a leech, and that's okay. What do you mean? So what are you behind, bro? What's going on? How do you communicate that which has now logic? I don't even know what's going on. Anyways, number 5. Again, remember, stop waking up to each other's breath. Stop sending good morning text. Only text her when you're planning to go to somewhere. Okay? You don't have to do all that. You know, too, you can even be on a conversation on the phone with her before anything happens, which can lead to not even having a date. But it's best to get those things out the way. Too many men are wanting to... Yo, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I just got a call, my bad. Mona Lee's your pen name? See, look, poetic. We got another poet. Viva. Viva. Your loving. But regardless, it's best not to blur the lines. Do not blur the lines. Blurring the lines is what causes confusion. I don't want to confuse women because I'm not confusing. I don't confuse women because I am not confusing in my life. Regato, ¿cómo estás, güey? I don't. I do not lie to women because I don't want to. I don't lie to myself. If I had to lie to a woman, in any case, it would be like, oh, that's a hard one. If I had a lot of women, it would be on some shit like, that's tough. Wait, hold on. If I had to lie to women, it would. If she was playing a video game, she said she was good, but she was really ass. I might say she was good. Cause I'm like, you need your spirit to keep going, to stay high, baby girl. Like, just stay high. I really don't be. I don't like it. Anyways, going back to it. Boyfriend and girlfriend vibes fucks up modern dating, bro. It fucks up dating. But regardless, though, just understand that these are the five main ones. Number one, performative versus being a natural. Number two, psychological manipulation. Number three is lack of accountability. Number four is not having sex on the first or second date. But don't rush sex, okay? Number five, boyfriend and girlfriend vibes. Stop talking on the phone all day. Stop texting all day. We're not having this boyfriend and girlfriend vibes. I don't even give a damn if I'm out of town. I don't give a damn if I'm out of town, because if I'm out of town, then we can fuck around and then that's it. And I could probably see the next day, maybe, depending, I don't know. But that's it. All right? So, that's going to be my top five. Let's get some stars in the chat. Remember, if you are new, hit the like button and subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If this dress makes me, you see? Any lie in a relationship is bad lie. Yeah, for sure. Exactly, Adia, exactly. Like, if I lie to her, I'll lie to her about, like, I don't know, Santa ain't real. I don't fucking know. Like, or Santa is real. Like, I'll be like, yeah, you know, the fucking leprechaun came here with the 4 days clothes or some shit. Like, the fuck? I don't give a fuck. Like, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. Women respect. See, but that's natural though. That's not like I perform to lie. I perform to tell the truth. That's natural, and women would rather have naturals versus performers. The only thing is that it sucks for women out here in dating is because women are having to settle with performers, bro. If you want to be a natural, join this fucking all-star lifestyle. But natural performer is just stage one. It's only level one. You have a lot way to go. Because you got to let go all that performance, bro. You funny as fuck, Bryce. But shout out to everybody. My name is All Star Izzy. I'm gonna go and get up out of here, y'all. That's my time. I could potentially drop a new video tonight. Matter of fact, if you haven't checked out my reaction to Drewski, Kevin Hart, and Kai Cenat, I need you to watch that. All right? You want to learn some game? Learn some game. You want to grow up and be more mature? Do that. If you want to hear some perspective and some entertainment purposes as well, eat some food and have something in the background, do that. But watch it. Drewski, Kai Cenat, Kevin Hart reaction. All right? I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out this thing. Authenticity is the new sexy. And remember, if you have any troubles with dating, replay the shit back, because a lot of it has to do with questioning what your truth is. All right? I'm out this thing to shine within, shine without. Outside lifestyle.